everybody, and welcome to another episode of Safari Escapes with Kelly. Thanks so much for joining me today. And I have got two wonderful ladies from Royal Zambezi Lodge in Zambia. Lauren Mallet, who is the head of marketing and sales and based in Cape Town, and Natalie Black, who is the GM and she is based at the lodge. Hello, ladies. Hi, Nat. Hi, Lol. How are you both today?
Hi, Cal. Yeah, we're very good, thank you. Nice to see you. All's going well here.
Yeah.
Good to see you. Nice to be here for a catch-up.
So lovely. Nice to see you, and so funny that we're all in completely different places. I love this with Zoom. It's great. We can actually catch up. Now, Nat, judging by your background, I can obviously see, and we know that you're based at the lodge. I can see that you are in at Royal right now. And yeah, do you want to give us a little tour of where you're sitting?
Absolutely. I know I could be anywhere at the moment, in the jungle. No, I am at the Zambezi. Let me just turn my camera around. So I'm actually at the bar at the moment.
Oh wow!
So this is our view. So I'll just walk back a little bit for these beautiful views the monkeys love. So this is the entrance to our bar area, which overhangs over the river. And
wow,
there's the Zambezi. So there's a lovely view from out here. That's actually Mana Pool's right in front of us on the Zimbabwean side. There's some of our lovely guesties relaxing on our bean bags. Hi guys. And then we come around here.
Wow.
Then we've got our pool, our main pool area. There's a nice hammock down at the back there. Oh, got our Royal logo. And oh, here's Prosper. Hello. Hi, Prosper. Hi, thank you. with his face mask on.
Looking good.
And then this is such a beautiful tree which is behind the bar, which is actually a sausage tree. We call it the Dolly Parton tree. Bet you.
This is why.
Wonder if you can tell why.
Beautiful.
But it's a lovely, 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 huge tree. Yeah. And that's where I'm sitting. So it's not a bad view.
I'll say, jeepers, I am quite jealous, and I'm pretty sure I'd much rather be there than sitting on my couch at home. Hey, Lol. Well, I mean, Lol, you're in Cape Town, but still.
Well, you're welcome to come and stay with us anytime you like, Kelly. We are open. I'm just waiting for you to visit.
Absolutely. It's definitely on top priority. As soon as the borders open, I'm gonna pop you a message, and I'll be over to have a visit.
Yeah, next Royal Union will be at that bar.
Great. We look forward to it.
Definitely.
Yeah. The guys have been practicing their cocktail making skills, so we can have a nice cocktail at the bar at sundown.
Beautiful. Sounds good. I'll take you up on that invite. Thank you. Now, for you guys, I know things have been very different over the last few months throughout the whole Corona experience, and Zambia never really shut down technically, and Royal has actually been like insanely busy, I believe. So Lol, I'll ask you this: do you want to tell us a bit about your guys' experience?
Yeah, I mean, it's been super crazy. I always say to people that ask, I feel like I'm living in a bit of a parallel universe, obviously being in South Africa in one of the strictest lockdowns in the world, and then Zambia, having not gone into lockdown, took a completely different approach. And as a result, we have been really busy at the lodge, and we've been supported by our local market, which we're just so grateful for. It's really kept everyone busy. It's kept us all going. I was saying to you earlier, Carl, I don't remember the last time I actually had a day off. So, during this time, it's been a time where we've been really busy, where everyone else has kind of just, stood still a little bit. So yeah, Zambia took the approach to rather do more of a contact tracing, screening, taking their experience in things like cholera and adapting it to like a COVID-19 screening perspective, and rather to try and safeguard livelihoods and the economic side of things as well. So encouraging us as organizations to also, obviously implement all the safety procedures, but to continue going in the name of people's jobs and livelihoods. So that's, what we did as a company. We actually never closed. We opened 365 days of the year anyway. So we just kind of pivoted, as everyone seems to be saying during this whole time. And it's been so interesting because we had a local market because we open year round anyway. But now we've discovered like markets within the local market, and we're being supported by all different types of people. Actually, at the moment, we've got like a 60% halal market. So we've been, learning how to host that type of a market, which has been fantastic. And I know it's been great for the staff at the lodge as well, just to learn something new, So, I mean, I think June was probably our busiest month. It'd be absolutely, we had crazy figures. We were actually sitting at 100% occupancy, which was a record for us. So I guess, the positive side of this is whilst, I guess everyone has been preparing for the new normal around the world, accommodation providers, we've actually been living it. So, I've been chatting to a couple of people in the industry lately, and I'm saying, when we do get to actually host your international guests, it's going to be in nature to our staff. You know what I mean? They've been doing it all along, and there we go. You see what I mean? She's got her sanitizer there. So it's a positive story to come out of this whole thing, and I think that's really important to tell the world that it is possible. It's possible to actually live this new normal, and it's just going to be, we're very adaptable human beings. So that's where we're at.
That is incredibly inspiring to hear, and just amazing that you guys, like you say, you are living the new normal. I hate that saying, but it is unfortunately how the world is right now. And it's nice for you to be able to almost be an example to set for the rest of the world, to say, look, we can carry on and we can do this. We just have to be careful and do the protocols. And geez, that's incredible. Thanks, Lowell.
We hope that it's not the new normal forever, but we do have to just go with the times, and you have to be adaptable, don't you? So it is what it is. We do a lot of foot taps, elbow highs, and but we're all in it together. So I suppose it's common ground for everybody. Off the bat, you've already got common ground, haven't you? You're all experiencing the same thing. So we're all in it together. So we just got to do what we got to do. But like Lowell says, sorry to interrupt, but I mean, I was actually talking to one of my room hands the other day, just saying that, how lucky we are that we have been so supported by the domestic market. We are so humbled by the support that we've had. And I was actually working it out with him, and I said, actually, I think we're probably one in maybe 5 camps in Africa that actually has been able to stay open throughout. I mean, when you think about that, in Africa, I mean, that's incredible when you're looking at, Botswana, Kenya, Tanzania, South Africa, Zim, when you think about all those other countries that have got lots of camps, it's quite a feat. So we're very, very humbled by the year that we've had.
Amazing. That's very, very, very cool to hear. And I mean, it was really interesting to hear what other actual camps have remained open, because like you said, there's probably a handful of them, I imagine. So nice.
I think most of them in Zambia, actually. Yes. I think it's mainly Zambian camps that have been able to, because we didn't go into a forced lockdown. He was trying to keep the economy ticking along as much as possible, which has been great, actually.
Yeah, absolutely. A blessing for you guys, which is amazing. Now, Lowell, you are obviously a born and bred Zimbabwean, a Zimbo, and you and I go way back. We got to know each other, obviously, in the tourism worlds from when we were both working with Wangi. Obviously, I was with the Hyatt, and you with Amalinda. And yeah, we have done many travel shows and all sorts together. And obviously, you went from selling Zim to now across to Zambia. So never mind jumping from a whole like property, but you've now jumped countries. And yeah, I mean, how was that? And what was the biggest difference that you've noticed with the change?
Well, aside from the fact that the Zim industry called me a complete traitor, but those jokes aside, it was just so interesting I really wanted to go get to know another country. I think like when it comes to Zimbabwe, Nats obviously grew up in Zim as well. I can sell Zimbabwe with my eyes closed. It's so easy to sell home and sell somewhere you've grown up, you love, and all the rest of it. So for me, I was like, I really want to get to know a country that's actually really unknown to the rest of the world. Zambia is one of those very unassuming countries, and so I went there, and I think the biggest differences for me were kind of just the vastness of Zambia. Even as a neighbor sitting in Zimbabwe, I didn't realize how big Zambia was. I mean, you're talking about 752,000 odd square kilometers of land, so that's a lot of land. And I like the fact that they dedicate 30% of their land to wildlife conservation as well. They've got so many national parks and so many game management areas as well. So just getting to know like how much space that they've actually got in Zambia. And I've actually been to Livingston, I've done Kafue, I've done South Luangwa, and a lot of the local as well. So just a lot of diversity in that. The other thing that was really surprising to me was how culturally rich the country is. Just looking at certain similarities in the people as well, and especially it comes across in like the warmth and the friendliness, and there's a crossover in languages and dialect and things like that. So that's been really interesting. I find we're very relatable, so it's almost like, yeah, I might be Zimbabwean, but I've definitely become like family to our Zambian team. And yeah, it's just also the other side of it is one of the biggest differences. Like going to Zambia is like going back to what I think people would expect wild Africa to be. Okay. So me coming from Cape Town, which is often like quite first world, I land in Zambia and there's almost like I relax a little bit to the chaos of like Lusaka, for example, and then like the wilderness. And there's a lot of in that chaos, and in the imperfect part of it. And I really do love that about Zambia. It's very, very diverse in that sort of way. But yeah, and then just the wildlife in general. I think for the low Zambezi side of things especially, I obviously grew up in Zim in the bush, and most of my experiences on safari were always lion dominated, if we're talking about big cats, which was fantastic. I love, obviously love that side. But when you go to the lower Zambezi, there's actually more of a focus on leopard there. Leopards seem to thrive in the lower Zambezi. I've had some of my best leopard sightings. In fact, one of my first game drives with Nats, and we saw 4 leopards in a tree with an impala kill, and that was like one of 3 leopard sightings in the same game drive. That was one of my first experiences. And then the other really amazing experience that I had was I went on a walking safari with some Kiwi guests and came across a pack of wild dog hunting impala on a walking safari. So that's the other thing to note is obviously Zambia having started the walking safari, it would be crazy for people to go to Zambia and walk, you know what I mean? So that's pretty much like it was easy to adapt because we've got the similarities, but there's so many things to learn, and that's the wonderful thing about Zambia. It is a country also that you could spend your entire holiday in. You don't actually have to so much to do.
Wow, amazing! That sounds incredible. I'm very jealous of the leopard sightings, I have to say.
Yeah, we had some good ones actually.
I'm sure Nats has got millions of tales, and I mean, Nats, you have been with Royal for I don't even know how many years, and I mean, you're so lucky. You obviously have your whole family there with you, which is incredible. Your 2 kids and your husband. And I mean, your wildlife experiences must be phenomenal. I can only imagine. But also, surely you've got some hilarious guest stories that you could tell us, like at least just one. Like, what is your most hysterical story.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I mean, Carl, gosh, I've been here for 10 years. 10 years now. I'm going on 11 soon. So a long time. So pretty much since the beginning, which has been amazing. I think it makes it quite easy to run Will, because the family that own it are just divine. They really are. And they've just kind of included myself and Ewan and our kids in their family. And we really do run it all together. I mean, it really is family operated. It's such a beautiful system that we've got here. So it really does feel like a royal family. Like everyone does feel together. So it makes it a lot easier to be here for so long. And also every year we're doing new projects. So it's never, there's never a dull moment. There's always something new that we're working on, or we're trying to progress in, or we're going to be working towards opening our Rural Zambezi Community Trust soon, and focusing a lot on conservation and community projects and things like that. And there's some other exciting projects in the pipeline, but there's always stuff to keep you enticed, and the Lower Zambezi is such a special place. But like you say, yeah, I've got lots of stories. Lots. I mean, just following on from Lauren's leopard, I mean, we actually had a family that were here. I think they traveled about 3 weeks ago, and they saw 12 lion and 5 leopard in one afternoon game drive.
No.
I mean, yeah, it's just the leopards here. I mean, they're obviously lions. The leopards here really are. It's a good chance that you're going to see them when you come, which is great. Gosh, talking about stories. I mean, Kelly, you should never have asked me these questions. I could talk about royal for hours. But stories, probably. Well, there was one quite funny story with the baboons that happened once. I don't know if I can say it on here, but about 7 or 8 years ago, I think it was, we used to have a lot of baboons who used to come into camp, and at the time, we were still kind of starting, so we were setting up systems and things like that, and a lot of international guests in particular sometimes travel with snacks and food and chocolates and things like that, and they would take it into their rooms and have snacks along the way. And the baboons learned, I think, that there was some food in the rooms. So we used to say to guests, if you can hide your food, maybe put it in the safe. At the time, now we actually have a complete ban on food in the rooms because of this. But anyway, the guests went out on a game drive. And one of my room hands, Matthews, comes up to me and he says, "Oh, madam, the baboons have got into Kansanchi." I was like, "Oh no, what have they done?" Anyway, I went in and, they were swinging on the mosquito nets, tossing, having pillow fights, doing everything they do, really used the room as well as they could. And then one of my room hand came up to me and he gave me a bottle of tablets. Now, these guests were from America, and I was like, "Oh no, what are these tablets?" He said, "I don't know what they are, but the bottle was full yesterday, when I was cleaning and I moved it." I was like, "Oh no, it could be, heart medication or..." Anyway, so I read it. I was like, "Ooh." and I said to my room hand, I was like, "Do you know what these are?" And he said, "No." And I tried to explain. They were Viagra. And the baboons had eaten the whole.
I love it.
Oh my goodness.
I tried, and he didn't know what that was, so I had to try and explain. Anyway, he was like, the room was laughing. I thought, God, we're going to have lots of baby baboons around. We really need to put in some stricter policies. It was so bad. Oh gosh, it was, yeah. Anyway, luckily the guests came back from their game drive, and I went to talk to them, and I showed them the bottle. I said, "I'm so sorry," and they saw the funny side, thankfully. And luckily they had some family members coming out to meet them in Cape Town afterwards, so they managed to top up. But yeah, so it was fine.
Wasn't going to ruin the rest of the holiday.
Yeah, so that's probably the funniest one. There was one other thing that's just come to mind. When I first started working here, I was talking to I'd never managed a lodge before. I'd never been, my background was psychology, not hospitality. So I was talking to one of the other managers, and at another lodge, and they were saying to me, just a word of warning when you're giving your briefings. Just explain to guests that it's important not to swim in the river. And I was like, is that not fairly obvious? I think there are lots of hippos and crocodiles running right in front of us. And I was like, why? Like, what, surely that's obvious. And he goes, no, because the other morning, when our guests departed, they said, what was the highlight of your stay? And their guest said to them, definitely our early morning swims in the river. And the manager was like, oh my goodness me, I'm so glad that you're telling me this on your departure and you're okay. So yeah.
Oh my.
I've got a whole heap, lists and lists of stories. But it's been an eventful 10 years.
I'm sure. I can only imagine. I mean, that is hysterical, Nats. That is just, honestly, I love hearing these stories, especially from people firsthand when they've been in it. Gosh, thank you for sharing those. Those are brilliant. We'll have to catch up again, Lol.
Pleasure.
Tell me more, I'm sure.
Definitely. Loads of stories.
Oh, wow. And Lol, so looking at your lovely outfit that you have on, I can see there's a beautiful display right there. So something that I think most people who do know you, everybody knows this, but Lol likes to dress up when it comes to the trade shows or anything like that. And I can see you've got a beautiful necklace on, which looks amazing, nice and bright. And you normally always obviously have your Zim dress as well, which is very entertaining. And obviously, I mean, it doesn't really make sense wearing it now because you are representing Zambia. But thanks for dressing up again. I think it looks beautiful.
Thank you very much. Yeah, it's been fun, and I love like I said, this was made by a Zimbabwean woman, and all the little pieces that I always wear are always made by locals. And I think we've just got such a talented continent from all over the place, from Zambia to Zimbabwe to South Africa, and I just love wearing all of this stuff, and it's very me as well, So yeah, I love wearing all that stuff, and I do have the Zim dress here, so I can show you.
It's still going.
Lol, we need to get you a Zambian one made.
Yes.
We need to get a Zambian one.
You've been with us long enough now. You should be sporting a Zambian one.
Representing in the right way, Lol. You're very good at doing that, which is amazing to see. I love it. Cool. Well, ladies, thank you so much for joining me today. It has been absolutely amazing chatting to you and catching up. And Nat, thanks for giving us a tour and some of your beautiful stories. And Lol, so wonderful to hear from you and all the news coming from Royal and all the excitement. And thanks, ladies. I really appreciate it.
Thanks, Carl. Thanks for having us. It's been so nice to chat to you. And just the three of us catch up together. It's definitely made my Friday. So thank you so much.
Good.
Aww. Thank you so much, Carl. It was awesome. Do you want me to give you one last view of the?
Yes.
Stand by.
What a view. I have to say,
there's
a Friday. I wish I was there right now.
Me too.
Yeah. Wow.
We actually had a lion kill to the right down there. Oh, all the way. I don't know if you can. There's a grassy area in front of our rooms the other day, which was quite exciting when we were having tea and cake in the afternoon.
I did actually see that video. It was amazing. Very lucky.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
thank you, ladies.
Well, thanks, Carl.
Thank you so much.
Thanks so much. And thanks to everybody for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And until next time, we'll see you again soon. Cheers.